Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. I did this just a minute ago, but I didn't have my glasses, so I put it on pause, which wasn't a pause, it was to shut it off. So I'm going to start over. Okay, so what I'm going to try to make is a journal that I saw Scrapbooking by Me, Eva, make. And after watching, I hadn't really seen it done this way, and I thought, wow, what a unique idea. Then after I was watching that video, another video came up with Treasure Books, and she kind of did the same thing. So there seems to be a lot of variations of it, but I haven't made one, so I'm going to. This napkin was sent to me by Mary Made a Journal, my friend Mary, and I just love it. I mean, it's just so, I mean, you just have to be, feel very, it makes me feel calm, I guess, is what I'm saying. I don't know. It just is, really appealed to me. She sent me this little piece of burlap, which actually goes with this. And she also sent me this, doily, which I may use. I'm not sure. Depends on how much I want to cover up something, because this is pretty dense in, you know, the design. Okay, so like I said, scrapbooking.com, and I printed out, she said she had directions in her description, so I went there and I printed it out. Whew, I'm sorry, it's early in the morning. And it actually is graphic 45 papers.com, but she had the link, I guess, to this, and this had the instructions. So it's a totally different type of book, but it's similar to how we're going to do this book. So if you don't remember the measurements that I give you, you can go there and do it. Although I did read through this, and I found that her measurements are different than the one that Eve did. So I'm going to use Eve's measurements, because this one here tends to be smaller than hers. Anyway, yeah, it starts off telling you all the supplies you need, which I never have what they need. Here's a little thing I cut the other day, and it just kind of, it's a creamy yellowish color, and it goes with it. This is a piece of scrapbook paper that I'm going to use to make the hinges. It's like the only piece of gray paper I could find that had print. Now, then we're going to need cardstock to make the pages. So I picked this, let me see, a napkin. So I went through my cardstock solid colors, and I found this cream, this gray, I hope I have enough pages, another goldish color, kind of a tan color. That's why I said this almost looks like there's a purple in it. That would be interesting to add purple, because that's the color of my old bathroom, was gray, yellow, and purple. Actually, it's the color of my bedroom. It's still here, gray, purple, and yellow. And then a lighter gray. So I may go back and see if I can find a purple. Now that I think about it, I hope I have enough cardstock. I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. Okay. All right. And all this cardstock is not the same, is it? I guess I'll have to cut it down. I hate that when the cardstock is not exactly 12 by 12. It says it is. Okay, this is this one here is 65 pounds, it tells you. That's probably what the most of this is. And this one is like a linen. Okay, so those are going to be the pages, so they'll be, you know, double. Then I got, let me get this gray color out again, just as an example. So we have our napkins still. And then I I knew I had some kit with gray, and it was collage type. So I have, this is in a different kit, but it's still hers, collage type, and it's some more style frames if you're interested in that. But there's several frames. I just printed this one because it has the gray and the gold, and not so much, I'm not going to use the blue one. And let's see if I got, okay, and then this one is from Gray Days, and it was a giveaway, Tatty Treasures Facebook group, so you should still be able to get this if you wanted. It was, I think it's Gray Days, it was like in a winter sort of kit, but I thought that that was going to look nice with it. So I went to all my collage type files and to see what I could find. Okay, so then I have this page. I'm not going to have you go listen, see all of this, I don't think, but see. So this kit here is called Gray Sepia, and it has these birds in it, and you know, just some other grays and a bird. Basically, it has that bird several times, but that's okay. And dark grays, yeah. So that's the kit that I'm going to use. Now, I don't need pages, but I want to the cardstock. I'm not just going to leave it cardstock. I'm going to cover it somehow. I'm not sure yet. So I'll put that stuff there. I'll put this back in here with its... I have to make any ephemera that we're going to make other than that one pocket, because I don't have any ephemera that matches this or goes with it. I shouldn't say the word match. All right, I hope you can see in here everything. Can you guys see it? I feel like my camera's a tad too low. I hope you can see. Okay. So now for this, let's do this first. We're going to cut these down to 12 by 8.5. So I think I'll get this ruler out like that, because otherwise I have to mark them all. So now I can pause if you don't need to watch all this, so maybe I will do that, but let's cut the first one. And make sure it's 12 inches. Yeah, it's 12. Okay, but we're going to cut it 8.5. Because that's going to be the height of the journal. And it's going to be 8.5 by 6. And there's some journal card stuff. Cool. All right, so that's that part. And I'm going to fold this in half. Just like that, as even as possible. And bone fold it. All right, so there's our page. Oh, we need to make covers too. I'll have to do that. I'll have to get chipboard. I'll get some chipboard out. I don't have it in hand. Yeah, so we're going to make covers. I don't know what size the cover is going to be. I can't remember now. I didn't write it down. But I'll figure it out. It's probably going to just be 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, both ways, all around. Yeah, all right. I'm going to pause. I'm going to get these all folded. Okay, I'm back. So, I've cut all of these. So they are, let me measure now. They are 6 inches wide by 8.5 tall. Okay, and I have 8 of them. I mean, you can make as many as you want, but because of the way that Eve did it, I know exactly how many things that I need to, otherwise I'd have to work it out, and that would take me forever. Okay, so now you need 2 covers, and the covers are 6 1/4 this way, and 8 3/4 this way. So that cover is just barely going to fit there. It'll be big enough, but it'll, you know, I mean, it'll cover all your pages, I hope. Anyway, so what I did, I didn't have any regular chipboard, and I would have had to cut out a bunch of cardboard boxes. So I just took some white cardstock that I had, and I cut it the size I needed. So I started with the 8 3/4, and then what was left over was this piece. And I said, well, I don't want to do, you know, a whole nother page. So what I'm going to do is just put this in here like so. And then I'm going to put this one on top and make my own little cardstock thingy. Okay? And I'm just going to hold this together with a little bit of glue stick, because I'm going to be covering it as well. Both sides, actually. Okay, so there's that one. And I'll just eyeball it here. So I hope everybody's doing well. I just really didn't know what I wanted to do. And so when I came across that video, I knew I wanted to do something with those napkins. That I knew. But I just, because I love those colors. My whole house is gray and yellow and some purple and gold. It's just, I've always liked those colors. They've, okay, so this is like not totally cut straight. I wonder if I should try to trim that off. Just a hair off. But I go through stages of colors. But I kind of always, I'm just going to try to skim that off there. I tend to kind of go back to the same colors. Okay, so now we've got this one. And I'm just going to glue these down. You know, the sturdiness is what we need, and I think I just want it to feel a little bit more like chipboard and not just a piece of cardstock. So that's why I'm gluing these together. And I think just that one little edge sticking out is not going to, I mean short, it's not going to make a difference. This is such pretty white paper too, but I use this in card making. And now I never really use just plain white. I haven't tried to coffee dye it. Kind of wished let me do a little bit of glue here. Just, okay. Are you stuck? How could it not go out when I got a needle in it? Who knows, huh? Oh, I don't want that much glue. Probably not really necessary, but Sometimes glue just adds its own strength, doesn't it? So it's a pretty day out today. It looks like it's going to be pretty hot. I didn't hear the weather. It's like I only hear the news when I'm in the car. The rest of the time I'm watching YouTube. I don't know. You'd think I'd be bored with it after all these years. I think this month is my 3rd year on YouTube. And it's funny because, what is her name? I can't think of it. Mahalo something. And she just did one of those, you know, videos that Sunflower and Doors did in May, talking about yourself and how you're doing. And she had her year anniversary, and I think she's already got, I don't know, 10,000 subscribers or something. I don't know. Is it a lot? And I'm like, wow, you know, I must be doing something wrong. Okay, so now we have these two, and we're going to cover them. I wanted to cover them with the napkin. Now that I did that, I could. This napkin is 10 by 10. I wonder how that would look. It's got to go over the edges. Oh, I guess I'll leave it for a journal card. Yeah, I'll leave it for a journal card. So what we need to find is some papers to go over the top for the cover. And I was wondering if I should just do something really neutral, because then when I decorate it, I kind of want the gray and the gold. I think this is too much. If I did that, I wouldn't even want to decorate it. So this, let's see, maybe we'll do this on the back cover. Plus I need one for the inside too. But see, on, no, it's not portrait. I mean, landscape. Okay, that one would be good. Maybe for the inside. Ooh, let's see. That might work for an inside page. These are all both going the same direction. This one's going opposite. So those might be pretty for the inside. Unless I was going to put a pocket or something. I don't know. How do we know, right? We don't. Some of these papers are, I think that one, they stopped the printing on it for some reason. And it wasn't very vibrant, that's why. I had it set on a low setting, or I don't know what it was. Alright. Well, for sure I'm going to go with these two on the outside. So I'm just going to show you how I'm doing this, and then that's the back. It doesn't matter, does it? I'm going to, I like to have my evens pretty, my corners pretty even, but then again, I want this. I'll just do it this way. Seems like it's harder to make the miters when I do it this way. Now, I saw also on YouTube, you have to love YouTube. I wish I had something thick enough. He made a corner, a miter thing, and you know exactly where to cut it. So I was going to try and do that. Okay. So let's glue stick this. I don't know if I want to sew around these. I might, because I can, before I attach them to the book. I'm just hoping that's fairly close to the center. Straighten my paper up. Maybe that'll help me. Line it up straight. Oh, I can't even move it yet. No. Okay. Do that. I don't know what happened to my other squeegees. I don't know what I did with it. All right. So now we're going to cut these off, and I'm going to leave a little more than, like, maybe it's 1/8 of an inch. Wonder. I really could do this by hand. I mean, by sight. I need to do that. This side is going to be covered anyway. Might have went a little too far on that one. Okie doke. So I'm just going to put some glue here. Just get those corners stuck down a little bit. So they'll fold over nice. And always save these until you're finished, because you might need to stick them in to the corners, and because if you didn't cover them good enough, especially on something that's going to show. These are not going to show, but okay, just a little bit sticking out there. All right, so there we go. That's one cover. I'll put that here and we'll see how it feels. It feels nice. All right, I'm going to pause and do the next cover. I think I'm going to use this one for the next one. If you have one of these little these nylon scrubby things, they clean all the papers off your mat really easy. Okay, hold on, I'll do the other one. Okay, I have the front and the back covered, and then we have to cover the inside of these. So I picked out 2 designs, and I cut these. I feel like I'm doing a greeting card because we had to be so precise. I cut these the same size as the pages, which was 6 by 8.5. Okay, because these were like 1/8 of an inch larger, the covers. So now I'm going to glue these on. And we'll see. So this one is going the opposite direction. So that one I'm going to put, I think, in the back. Let me see. Yeah, this one on this one and that one. I guess it doesn't matter. Kind of like that one. Let me get a bigger book because, oops. So today I'm putting up 2 videos. One is the winner of the junk journal that we did with Rachel. It turned out so cute. I really do like it. I really need to make another one. All right, so let's get this on, and I'm just going to lay it on the very bottom first. And I wish I had somebody to push it down for me, but I don't. So, okay. So this is going to be this way and open, and the bird's going to look in. I like the bird to look in. All right, so now this one, I've already inked these. I didn't ink the outside yet. I am waiting for a Tim Holtz ink. It's ink oxide. And I really don't know the difference between the oxide and I always think, I'm going to look that up. I need to find out what's the difference, but I still haven't. So, and I realized all of mine are ink dyes. I don't have anything. Oh, I lied. This one is oxide. I did find that it was an oxide, so I don't know. I think I would say the oxide is the one that you can add like a drip of water on it and it'll run or bleed or make dots or something. I'm going to try it and see what it does. Okay, because I would like to do something with a little bit of different texture than I normally do, which is not much when it comes to texture. Okay, looks about right. Sticky fingers. Let me get a white. All right, how much time have I spent? All right, maybe a few more minutes. I don't know how far I want to go with this today. I mean, I'd like to finish it, but I mean on camera. And I have lunch date with my granddaughter. Now they're out of school. Okay. All right, so that is going to be pretty much it. I love this, the way it's feeling. I'm never used to doing scrapbook paper, cardstock for the pages. So we'll see how that works. I'm sure it'll be fine. Other people have done it. All right, so now I'll cut the spine part that is going to hold it together, but it's not going to be glued on or sewn in. So I couldn't really find something that I wanted on the outside, because you're going to be able to see all these pages, these colors. Actually, I think it would be more like that. So you're going to be able to see all this. But the part that's going to hold the book together is going to be like 4 inches across here. Now they said, you know, to use scrapbook paper, but I found that most of mine that I wanted to use is too thick, and because we're going to be folding it like an accordion, it's just not going to come out right. So I decided to use scrapbook paper, but it's not as heavy, and I think it'll work. If it doesn't, then I can always change this. I won't glue anything or cover it or anything until I know. But that's my plan, because I think this will just kind of blend in with all of it. So this has to be cut 4 inches by 10. So I guess there's no real right or wrong way. Let me cut off the... Whoop. Okay, if I cut it here, that'll work. I have a lot of scrapbook paper. Well, not a lot, but I have a lot of pieces that, okay, now we need a 4-inch that I don't like. And so I'm thinking that one of these, you know, for the covers, because you can put any color you want it inside there, or, you know, just a regular cardstock that you have. Okay, this is 4 inches by 10. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on here. 4 by 10. Should be able to tell the difference. All right, now this one is going to be 4 also. I'll get that left over. So see, if you wanted to add more pages, you could. You do have enough here to add maybe 3, 4 more pages. And this one is going to be 9 inches. So I'm going to cut that one there. My last video, I think it was the last one. So this is 4 by 9. I was out of screen like a whole bunch, and I apologize. I just, for some reason, into my scoreboard. Okay, so now we're going to score every inch, every 1 inch. This is plain white on the back, but you're not going to see it. Okay. So here's our first 1 inch, and then a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then without doing the 10th because we don't need to. Okay, and this one we're going to do the same thing. I don't think it matters which way I go. Up, I mean, you know, up or down. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right, now I know that this one here, my accordion needs to go down, and this side needs to go down, I believe. So then we're going to fold these back and forth. And like I said, it's just kind of really hard to keep them even. Really should score them on both sides, I think. This one's not too bad. Okay. So there's my accordion. I'll do the same thing. Now this one, I want to make sure this side is going up. Or, yeah, this one. It doesn't matter. One end or the other. I can't see it that way. Do y'all remember Carol Duvall show? She was on HGTV. Well, I've been watching some of her episodes lately. It's like watching old sitcoms. And, or to me it is, because I watched her and everybody else that was on that show. Aileen's Glue, and it was like from the, I don't know if it was the 90s or just the 80s. But this lady was folding like this, and she did it really good, because I can't do it on this one because she didn't need a specific amount of folds. But anyway, yeah, it was interesting, and it worked. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little tops. Okay, so this one here is coming up, and this one is coming up. This one is going to go inside here, and we're going to hook those together. You just want to make sure you have two coming up at this end, and you have this one coming down at that end. And I think I'll use art glitter glue because I think it would hold nice. Now, I don't know, it should, I guess I should ink these. Let me see if I can just do a quick, so I think I told you, but I'm not sure, that I'm waiting for a Tim Holtz ink, and it's called, what is it called? Aged paper. So it's not called, I mean, I don't know what it looks like, but I don't like the tea dye. To me, it's pink. I don't know why they call it tea dye. It looks like they should call it avocado tea dye. Avocado dye. Because it's pink. Okay. Now, if this isn't going to work, if it's not strong enough to hold the pages, I will have to come back and do it with cardstock. But I just know that cardstock okay. So that's that. Now, I don't want to leave you hanging here, but I think I'm going to have to, because it's going to take time for the next part, and I don't want to you to miss it. Now, these are going to be actually in the, eventually, I think. No, they're not glued together. I take that back. You could glue them together. I should probably, to give it more strength, but I think if you glue it together, they don't have any give, you know, to open up. So yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. All right, well, I'm going to stop here because I'm going to be out of time and I need to leave. I think I'll leave my camera going, and if I get back and do another 10 or 15 minutes of it, I should be able to get this part into the book. Okay, so those are going to go along the edge of this, and you guys have probably seen this already anyway, but I'm enjoying making it. It's kind of different. I'm always looking for something different or something I haven't done, because, you know, to do the same thing day in and day out is boring, if you know what I mean. It's always fun to have a new kind of project. All right, so I'll see you then. Oh, I'm going to leave the camera on. I'm sorry. Be back, or I will see you in the next video.